I'm here with my son Devin, and we're going to play a little game called Wrath of Ashardalon. It is a fun little boxed version of Dungeons and Dragons that's a lot simpler than your regular role play game with all the books and all the rules and the imagination and the paper. This is all fit into one box. You're exploring a dungeon and fighting monsters. It's really fun. Ages 12 and up, 1 to 5 players. You can play it solo. That's very fun. When you start the game, you can pick from 1 to 5 characters. There's cleric, fighter, ranger, druid, I think, something like that. And I picked a fighter, Devin picked a cleric. It says on your card what you do to start off. You pick the first level side, and it says how many hit points you need. You need these little pieces that show hit points. You need a healing surge token. You get to pick so many cards, and it says how much your hit points are. That's your life total before your character's gone. AC is the number you got to beat to hit your character, for the monster to hit your character. Surge value is how many hit points you get back when you're healed. And you keep track of that with these. You've got your little miniature. You start with the start tile. You get the start tile out. We have a rule book which explains how to play this, but we'll explain it as we play. I think that'd be a lot easier to do. My son and I have played this before. I think last time we played this, you made it out of the dungeon and I died 2 times. Yeah, my cleric, the healer, died 2 times. You made it out. Yes. And we're going to play the first adventure, A Day in the Life of a Hero. It is the introductory adventure. There's different adventures in this book, and it tells you how to set them up. To set this one up, you need the start tile. You need to place the exit tile, which will say exit tile. You need to place it so many down, but we're not going to worry about that for this demo. It explains what you need to get out and everything. You need the tunnel exit tile, so many down in the deck. And each turn, we're going to either move. We've got our hero phase where we move, and our exploration phase where we explore and we place a tile to make our dungeon bigger and the monsters appear, and then our villain phase where we are going to run the monster. We don't need a dungeon master to play this. We play the monster and our heroes at the same time. It's very hard to stay alive, don't you think? Yeah. You think, yep, you're agreeing with me. So we place our characters on the start tile. We've already read Adventure 1, A Day in the Life of a Hero, and we're going to start playing the game. We've got our dice, we've got our life tokens. Ready to play?
Yeah, but who's going first?
Who's going first? I think you are going to go first. We each get a treasure card. Okay. And I've placed the monster deck, the encounter deck, and the treasure deck because that's all we're going to use today. And possibly the only thing you'll need for this little demo. I've also gotten out these little counters. I've got a whole box. What do you need?
Mom, this is the first treasure that I got last time with it.
That's okay. It's the treasure you got last time. That's okay. Dragon toothpick. All right. There's a whole box filled with tokens and things that you'll use for monsters and keeping track of things, including conditions like being immobilized where you cannot move, slowed where you move 2 instead of your 5 on your card, your speed on your card, poisoned where you take damage at the beginning. If you've ever played 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons role-play game, this is very similar to that, where you've got dazed, poisoned, slowed, immobilized. It's very similar to, and you've got daily powers, at will powers on your cards. If you know that, this will be familiar to you. So on your turn, you're going to, I said before, hero phase, exploration phase, and villain phase. It's your hero phase, Devin. Where are you going to go? You get to move up to your speed.
1,
2, 3. Now you're on an edge, so you can explore. Do you want to explore?
Explore.
So now it's your exploration phase. You need to sit in your chair, like, you need to line up the triangle on the card so that it's facing where you're placing it. And it'll latch in like these little puzzle, it's a little puzzle piece, and it'll latch in. If it's a black triangle, then you draw an encounter card and a monster card. If it's a white triangle, you draw a monster card. It is a black triangle this time. So you're drawing the monster and the encounter card. You got the snake. So on your villain phase, you're going to have the snake and environment high alert. So we get out, we read what it says on the card basically for every encounter. This environment card, high alert, is at the end of each villain phase, the active hero passes a monster to the player on the right. We did this last time we played this. Scoot over a little bit more, bud. So during our villain phase, when our villain phase is done, we're going to move that to the right. So now it's our villain phase. We did the tile. So you have the snake. The snake appears in the black spot on the card. And what it's going to do is if it's within one tile, it's going to move closer to the hero, and now it's going to attack. Now roll your dice. His attack is 7 and does poison. 3 plus 7 is 10. Does that beat your AC of 16?
No.
No, so it missed. Now it's my turn. I can either move and attack then move, or make 2 moves. So I'm going to move up and attack the snake. I roll my dice. I add my Sure Strike attack, my at-will power Sure Strike, a plus 11. 16 on the dice plus 11 is 27. That beats the snake's hit AC of 13 and deals 1 damage. The snake had 1 hit point, and I dealt 1 damage, so the snake is dead.
The snake goes bye-bye.
Snake goes bye-bye. And after you get 1 treasure card, after you kill a monster, and after you pile up so many of your monsters, each monster will grant so much experience. After you've got a pile over here of so many monsters, say you've got 1 experience, 2 experience, 3 experience, if you roll a 20 on the dice, and it's a 20 when it's rolled, then you can use 5 experience from dead monsters to level up, flip your card over, follow the instructions, and you get better powers. But we're not there yet. We don't have that many monsters killed, so we're going to keep going. That was my hero phase. Now it's my exploration phase. I'm going to move. I can move 5, play a tile, and I'm going to line it up again like we did before. This one's a black triangle, so we draw an encounter and a monster card. Event attack tripwire. So there is a tripwire attacking everybody. I roll to attack Devin's character. That is 12 plus 10 is 22. And now you are poisoned. Scoot over, bud. And an orc archer appears. He's going to appear on this black spot on this tile. And he is going, now it's my villain phase, so he's going to move up to me, attack me with a punch. That's a plus 6 to my dice. I rolled a 1 and I missed. It's Devin's turn. You roll a 1 and you miss. So that monster will go off on my turn because he's still up. Devin's turn. Are you going to move up?
Hey, Mom,
it's your hero phase. What?
That is a archer.
The orc is an archer, right?
Why didn't it use its arrow?
Why didn't he use his arrow? Because it says on the card, if I'm adjacent right next to the hero, I punch him. If I'm not more than 1 square away, not adjacent, then I use my arrow. So you're going to move up. You're going to roll your dice.
Yes, I am. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up.
Scoot over a little bit, bud. Okay, roll it. Oh, you hit me. 14 plus your attack of plus 6, righteous advance attack. That will hit the archer, and it does how much damage? 1? Please sit up. 1 damage, and then that kills him. All right, and we're running out of time here, but thanks for joining us. This was Wrath of Ashardalon, one of the many board games that Dungeons & Dragons has. They also have a vampire one, a drow one, and a temple one. I'm sorry, I forgot what it was at the moment, but thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned.